Welcome to Veg-a-bond Chronicles, and today's video is going to be how can you tell when people are lying to you, all right? Or maybe how to tell if you have a hater and what causes this, okay? Now, this message is for everyone, but I want people to understand when you're in your 20s and your 30s, all right, you're going to be having a good time, right? You're going to be partying, you're going to want to experience new things, and you should. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. But what I am saying is, once you, as an adult, gets to be 40 years old, 50 years old, you're going to want to work on yourself, all right? Maybe you've been making some bad choices, all right? Maybe you're into drugs a lot. Maybe you're into alcohol. Maybe you're into smoking dope. Whatever it is, I'm not here to shame anyone whatsoever, okay? Some of us have been there more than I would like to admit, right? Some of us, I had a drinking problem, I had an alcohol problem, all right? I enjoyed women one too many times, okay? So I'm not here throwing stones. I'm just trying to share my mishaps or misadventures in my life to help you, the viewer, so you don't have to have such a hard time figuring life out. Nobody gives you a book about how to do your life, okay? I'm gonna be walking around, so the camera might shake a little bit, the scene will change, and so forgive me for that, all right? But I want to get this message out, okay? So again, you're going to be in your 20s and 30s, you're gonna have fun. Most people around their 30s end up getting married, right? And then you have some issues and this and that, and maybe you get a divorce, all right? By your 40s, you might be thinking, man, there's a pattern to my life and I keep doing the same pattern, okay? Mine was alcohol and drugs and how it really wasn't good for me. You know yourself, all right? So around your 40s and 50s, you might have to have a come to Jesus meeting with yourself, okay? That's all I'm saying. You might want to say, hey man, you know, you've been suffering with this a lot, whatever that is, all right? Whether it's pride or your ego or womanizing or whatever it is, you know what that issue is gonna be, all right? We're going to talk about Carl Jung, all right? We're going to explore 3 reasons of how to spot a fake person or a hater, all right? So I want you to understand, again, that I'm not here throwing stones, all right? We're going to talk about the 7 deadly sins, all right? And as you progress through life, you're gonna have to deal with yourself, okay? Mine was alcohol, all right? And what I'm talking about is you're gonna have to deal with yourself as far as, hey man, you do have a problem. And how do you get away from that problem? Where you're gonna have that come to Jesus moment, like I mentioned, all right? If you're doing drugs or alcohol, perhaps you're masking something, all right? I went through some abuse as a child, all right? So I spent most of my life running away from it, not thinking about it. Those are the things that I'm talking about, okay? So I wrote some notes down, so I'm gonna be looking down here on my notes, but I'm going to mention the 7 deadly sins. Pride is one of them. Greed, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth, all right? These are the things that a lot of people have. And a lot of people don't understand how to get a hold of themselves, all right? Listen, in your 20s and 30s, you're gonna blend in with the other people around you, okay? You're gonna blend in. You're going to be drinking, you're going to be going to work, you're going to be going half stoned or half drunk, or you want to sleep with a new girl, or you want to sleep with the next guy, the new guy, all right? Whatever it is, right? You're going to be just like the rest of them, okay? So now, let's say, like for me, I'll give you an example. When I started having enough of myself, When I started having enough of my drinking, my excuses, my bullshit, all right? When I had enough of that, I started holding myself accountable. I started saying, hey man, you're not going to go down the same path your dad went. You're not going to go down the same path that your uncle did, and so on and so forth, all right? I took a stance against myself in generational curses, like, let's say, alcoholism. It's rampant through my family, okay? And other things that I won't mention, but as an example, you know what's happening in your family, okay? Maybe anger is one of them, okay? Maybe that is something that you deal with. Well, how do you deal with it? You're going to have to start taking responsibility for your mistakes. A lot of people don't want to be responsible because you have to accept whether you lose or win, whether you accomplish something or not. But the thing is, even if you failed, keep going. Keep chugging along. Don't ever stop loving yourself or wanting to become a better person. All right? So, as I started handling myself, quit drinking, quit doing drugs, all right? I went back to the gym. If you want to change your life, go to the gym, all right? You want to get a female in your life or whatever you want, or whatever you want to do with that, get back in the gym. It changes your life. Women love men who work out, okay? So when I started going to this particular gym, it was Gold's Gym, and I started minding my own business. I put my head down, went to the gym, didn't talk to anybody, not because I was prideful. No, because I knew that I had to change myself. I knew I had to kick myself into high gear to become a better version of myself. All right? Because there were some men. I'm a veteran, so my buddy and I used to go to the VA all the time, and there were men there that never got a hold of themselves in their drinking. These men were in their 70s, in their 60s, and their doctor was saying, hey, you need to quit drinking because before of cirrhosis of the liver, these people never ever changed, and then they were surprised that, oops, you have cirrhosis of the liver, and then they still didn't change. That's why I had to get a hold of myself, okay? That's why in my 40s I decided to have a come to Jesus moment with myself. So getting back to the gym, okay? Women started wanting to be with me or be noticed. They would come next to me. They would bend over in front of me to get my attention because I wasn't paying attention to women, all right? Because I had to get away from that. I had to start getting a handle on myself. So I had to let go of the old me, all right? And what am I saying? I'm saying that once you start working on yourself, people are going to come after you. People are going to feel a certain way about you, about your confidence, about your chest sticking out, about feeling good about yourself, all right? Because a lot of people out here are going to be unhealed, all right? So they're going to be thinking, who the fuck does this guy think he is, all right? Who does this guy think he is, walking around here, not talking to anybody? He's peaceful, he's jovial, he's having a good time while he's working out. How dare he? So you hurt people's egos. This is how fragile people are out here in these streets. Men and women. For you women who think that men aren't just like women, I got something to tell you. Men are just as catty as women. Not all men, right? But most men are catty just like women. Their ego gets hurt. They're prideful. Oh, how do you do so well with women? How do you do so well with whatever it is? These people are going to come after you. They're going to start prodding you, testing you, messing with you, okay? They will send women. If men want to mess with you and they can't get to you, they're going to send women to you. Why? To distract you, to keep you away from your goals, because those people behind you are jealous. They don't want to see you succeed at all. This is the truth. I've been there, done that. Okay? This is why I make these videos, to help people understand that life is totally different when you start working on yourself. I am 50 years old. Okay, just with me wearing a bandana and a hat, people have a problem with that. Okay? Oh, look at this guy. He wants to be different. What people like to do is, if you are a nail and you're sticking out, people want to pound that nail back into that board. All right? That's what they want to do. They don't want you to stick out, because that's going to tell them, well, they're going to feel like, well, why can't I change? Why can't I be myself? And then they start feeling a certain way about it. Okay? So this is what we're going to talk about today. All right? I want to talk to you about Carl Jung. All right? This man, like I said, I have my notes. I'm going to look down on these notes because, you know, there's a lot to write down. All right? But what I will say is, he was born in July 28th, 1875. All right? He was a student of Sigmund Freud. He died June 6, 1961. He was a Swiss psychiatrist and a psychotherapist. So this man knows what he's talking about. And the thing that he's talking about is the shadow. You know, those aspects of yourself that you don't like. Maybe you're not an outgoing person. Maybe you're a shy person. Maybe you're a prideful person. Maybe you're a wrathful person. Those are the things that I'm going to be touching on right now. It's called the shadow. Okay, so I'm going to read to you what the shadow is here. All right, sorry. Also, I want you to understand that I'm not going to make any cuts in these videos. All right, it is going to be raw and to the point. Okay, I'm going to make mistakes. I'm not going to correct it, because I want you guys to get the real deal Holyfield right here. Okay, so the shadow is that hidden part of us that we deny, but which we often manifest itself in the way we treat others. And that's what I was telling you about, how people are going to feel a certain way about, how dare you stand out? How dare you like yourself? How dare you love yourself? That's what I'm going to be talking about. So how to spot these haters, how to spot the people that are lying to you. Well, these people are going to be in your family. These people are going to be at your job. These people are going to be everywhere you go. All right? Whether you go on vacation, whether you go to McDonald's, whether you go to the post office, these people are everywhere. These people are going to be coming out, feeling a certain way about you, and start talking about you, because that's just the way it is. All right? So what people are going to do is use sarcasm. That's the number one way to spot these people, is sarcasm. All right? They're going to be like, hey, there you are, John, Joni, whoever your name is, right? There you are, sweeping the floors again. Hey, hi, how you doing? Subtle shit like that. That's what I'm talking about. Okay? Sarcasm. So I'm going to read to you here what sarcasm and contentment looks like. Okay? So it's a hidden hostility that doesn't always appear openly. Some people prefer sarcastic jokes. Let me know at the bottom, or let me know in the comments if any of this rings true to you. Share your stories, communicate with me, because this is what we should be doing, learning from each other. Okay? Some people, sarcastic jokes. They make fun of things they know are sensitive to you, all right? To you. But when you point them out, their response is, hey, you can't take a joke. You don't know how to play the game. Oh my God, why are you so sensitive? You're so touchy. That is their response, okay? When you hear something like that, all right, what you're going to say is, say that again? Right? And if they repeat it, say, did you expect that to hurt my feelings? And go silent. Don't say anything, and then just walk away. Okay? So that is one way that you're going to see a hater is with their sarcastic, sly remarks. Let me know if you experienced this down in the comments. All right. Another thing that you're going to notice is number 2. All right. Number 2 is, sorry, let me flip the page. Number 2 is going to be subtle sabotage. What you need to start doing is when you go to work, out in the public, or whatever you're doing, you need to understand that you keep your secrets to yourself. You keep your plans to yourself, because those people around you at work or wherever you're going to be aren't your friends. They're there for a season, all right? And you never know when this guy that likes you right now will become a frenemy, okay? The thing that you need to understand is you need to stop being on drugs, okay? Because you won't pick any of this up, for the most part, if you are drunk at work, if you're stoned at work, or whatever the heck you're doing, all right? Because if you're stoned, everything's peachy and groovy, right? Peace and love. But those people around you aren't about peace and love, right? If you believe in the Bible, you believe that the devil comes to kill and destroy. This is what I'm talking about. Kill and destroy your hopes and dreams. Maybe you like a certain girl and these guys are full of pride and they say, hey, he don't deserve to be with her. I'm going to go over there and do this or that. That's what feminine men do. All right? That's what they do. So the number 2 thing, how to spot haters and liars, is sabotage, all right? Subtle sabotage. If someone close to you feels threatened by your success or growth, that's what I was saying. When you start pouring into yourself, when you start loving yourself, working out, this is when this happens. All right? They may try to sabotage you in subtle ways. Sabotage isn't always obvious or direct. Sometimes it manifests itself in misleading advice. What am I talking about? There was this girl in high school who really liked me. Her name was Barbara. And there was this girl named Seda. All right? And I liked Barbara and she liked me. But the girl that I was talking to, Seda, was friends with Barbara. Okay? And Barbara confided in Seda. This is what I'm talking about. They're friends. They were cheerleaders. They were in the same team. Like I said, they're closest to you, your family and everything, all right? So Barbara confided in Seda and said, hey, I like Mario. What'd she say? Don't date Mario. He's a player. He loves to be with women and so on and so forth. And next thing you know, I'm dating Seda. And Barbara was pissed. That's what I'm talking about. Subtle ways. Sometimes it manifests itself in misleading advice, miscommunication, or small mistakes that combined hinder your achievements or your goals. Let me know in the in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. Share your experiences. All right. Like I said, I'm going to be moving around, so I can keep the energy going here. All right. So then the last thing I'm going to share with you is this. All right. Silent competition. What does that look like? I currently know a man who's a little older than me. And this person isn't healed yet. All right. This man competes with me, tries to sabotage me. And the thing is, I keep my enemies closer. I act dumb. I act stupid. And if people think that I'm dumb and stupid, that's all right with me. If they think that this guy ain't nothing, better for me, right? I don't care what people say about me. I have a thick skin, all right? I don't care about people's words or comments, all right? I've been through it. I don't care. If you leave one here, God bless you. Have a great day, my friend, okay? Because I know there's haters here, because there's haters all the time. Haters will make fake profiles and come and leave little small comments like, I needed a laugh watching your video. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you spot a hater, okay? So the last thing that I'm going to share here with you, it's called silent competition. So getting back to my story, this man, all right, anytime there's a new woman that comes around, he has to try to get her. He likes this woman, he likes the next woman, and so on and so forth. I've been single for 14 years. I don't want anything to do with a relationship. I've been happy by myself. I've made a lot of strides and changes being alone. If you want to change your life, you have to leave men and women alone, all right? I'm not saying I'm into men. I'm just saying if you're a woman, you're into men, all right? Okay? Women are my favorite thing, right? But moderation, right? Just like anything. So anyways, this man, okay, there was this new girl that came into our existence about 2 days ago. Yesterday was Valentine's Day, okay? So this man, all right, got some of his female friends around him get involved and have him or have them help him get flowers and candy for this new girl. So he only knows her for 2 days and he's professing his love to this woman, right? There's a need in his life, all right? I'm not damning the man for wanting to have someone, but you're going out about it the wrong way. You have to give women room to work for your affection. You can't be a simp and then give them everything right up front, all right? If you agree with what I'm saying, leave me a like, subscribe, all right? Because this is what I'm going to be talking about. I'm here to help people with my misadventures, all right? So this guy secretly talks smack about me. And how can you tell, you may be saying? Well, people stop talking to you. People will alienate you. What am I talking about? There was this time we were having lunch, all right? Or breakfast, I should say. It was early in the morning. We all came out. I changed tables to check the energy in the room. I changed my routine, all right? And no one came to talk to me. So I already knew somebody was spreading BS about me, and I know who he is, but I still talk to him every day, all right? Because he's my enemy, and that's okay. I don't tell him anything. I don't tell him anything. I just, hey man, how you doing? Good morning. He's my enemy. I don't feel any ways towards this man. I really don't care what he does. But it's the shadow in this man that comes out when Mario comes around, right? I'm by myself. I don't need anybody else. I do my own thing. I don't blend into the world because I don't really care. And that's just the way it is. And this affects him. So, silent competition. Some people cannot accept your success. And something with or without feeling, or excuse me, can't accept your success at something with or without feelings that need to be out. Okay, these feelings need to come out because they can't keep them in, right? Every victory you win is followed by an attempt to them to shift the focus on them. What does that look like? Hey, I ran 3 miles. Hey, I ran 4 miles yesterday. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I have a motorcycle. Well, I have a Harley Davidson, da 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 da. That's what I'm talking about, right? They have to one up you, okay? That's what this is saying. So, let me find my place here. So they focus that energy on themselves or downplay your accomplishments, all right? If you share a piece of good news, instead of congratulations, they respond with something about themselves. If you tell them about your successes, they're quick to say, that they are achieving something similar or even better. These are the 3 things that will guarantee that you know a hater from a friend. And remember, when you start holding yourself accountable, stop drinking, doing drugs, watching P-Hub, pursuing women, people will hate you because people cannot accept the fact that you are successful and you're a better person than they are because they're trying to get a hold of themselves and can't. They will watch you, they will listen to you, they will emulate what you're doing to find success, but they will never, ever give you your flowers when you're alive. So this is Veg-a-bond Chronicles, and I will see you in a later video.